GoThunderWolves.com here with the head coach of the baseball team, Bobby Applegate. Coach, you're coming off of a very successful week. You only dropped one game in six. So, kind of recap that week for me, how that kind of felt for you as a coach and where you guys are as a team right now.
Sure. Well, it was our last non-conference games before we jumped into conference, so we had a great challenge in front of us. We had 6 games in a week, something that we haven't had to really deal with, and so our guys did a fantastic job. We played some really good clubs and found ways to win, and I think that we're just our self-discovery of being a scrappy club and finding ways to win and having to, win through team efforts have been fantastic.
Well, so at the beginning of the year, wasn't the offensive production wasn't exactly where you said you would like it to be. Now we're starting to see guys really up their batting averages. We see Reggie Williams bat over 400 this past week. We see Brady Pruitt really come into his own at the leadoff spot for multiple games. And then you also see some production out of those guys that were off the bench. Brody Blackford had himself an RBI when he was DHing. Where do you feel like the bats are at now?
Well, through the non-conference portion, and I think this is just being new to the team and not having a lot of history with each of the players, is we've moved the lineup around quite a bit. I think we're in better tune as to the flow of the lineup. We have guys in the back end that are helping us turn over the lineup and getting those front end order guys an opportunity to swing the bat with guys in scoring position. And they've done a great job in that point. And I think that's really just kind of a testament of us just staying patient and trying to create the right order in our lineup. And right now it seems to be working.
So this week, before we get to this week, let's talk about the pitching as well on top of that. Zach Pratt had himself a great outing, 7 innings against Regis, 2 hits, no earned. And then you also had Frank Weirman come on and just shut him down as well out of the reliever spot. But on top of that, you got to see Tim McIntyre have a good performance. You got to see multiple guys just get on the mound and kind of have their way. And kind of same question, where do you feel like those guys are at?
Well, for the beginning of the year, we try to be really careful with our pitch counts, and we're growing those pitch counts every week to where our guys are about mid-season form at this point, which is great. Knock on wood, we've been fairly healthy to this point. We didn't have a weekend series this past weekend, and so those guys all had an opportunity to start in the midweek, get their work in. So they actually pulled a little double duty. They got 2 appearances in the week, and they did a great job of bouncing back and giving us great opportunities to, compete in the strike zone. So those guys did a great job. Really happy for them.
We have another conference week coming up, Metro State Denver. What are you looking forward to the most out of this week?
Well, this is a great test for us. Metro State's been playing very well in the last few years. They were a top 25 team last year. They got a lot of experience coming back. I think this will be a great test as to where we fit in the conference and where we fit and where we rank up against Metro State. So we're excited to have them come down and play and just match up with them and see what we can do.
You guys enter this week 10-8 and then 3-1 in the conference. What did it kind of feel like to get that first series under your belt and then get that first series win, kind of at the same time there?
Sure. Well, that's been a challenge for us. We've played a handful of decent weekends. We split the weekend, and to come out with the series weekend win in our first conference opportunity is great. I feel like our guys are making steps forward, and they're learning how to win. They're learning how to win together. We're a scrappy group. It's coming from all phases. We get guys with great pitching performances. Like you said, we get guys off the bench who are coming in and getting some good swings for us. And so we're finding opportunities up and down the lineup where everyone's contributing for these team wins.
You're at game 8. You're stepping into game 19 through 22 this weekend of a 50-game season. Where do you kind of feel like your team's at in terms of your expectations before the season began and now?
Well, we really talked about breaking up the season into 3 phases. The first phase being our non-conference, and really trying to just discover who we are, how we manage, how we coach, how we play, how we respond to adversity. And I thought we did a pretty good job. We got to 500 before we started conference. I thought that was a great accomplishment at that point. And now it's about getting to the next phase, focusing on conference play. trying to play well, making sure that we're improving every week, making sure we're getting great starts out of our starters and competitive at-bats through our starting 9 in the lineup. And we're trying to just really focus on playing well to get to the next phase, which would be the conference tournament. And so we're working through working through the season right now and getting a better chance to discover the strengths and weaknesses of each club that we'll play and hopefully put us in a good position for phase 3.
So we are now in that phase 2 of what you're saying. Where do you feel you guys are in comparison to other teams at this phase?
You know, that's a tough question right now. With COVID, the last couple years, a lot of clubs are older than us at this time. They're a little bit more collegiately experienced. Right now, I like where we're at. I can't say where other clubs are right now, but what we're going to do is we're going to continue to keep focusing on our development, continue to focus on fundamental baseball, and make sure we can control our attitude and effort every single day to give ourselves the best chance to win.
All right, Metro State coming up. Final thoughts heading into this weekend?
We're excited, and most likely it's going to end up being a doubleheader Saturday, doubleheader Sunday. Those are tough weekends. There'll be long weekends. It'll be a battle of attrition, focus, and execution. So we're looking forward to having those guys come down to our place and looking forward to an exciting series.
RMAC season in full-fledged. Coach Baldi, Applegate, thank you very much.
Go Pack!